This tutorial on how to cut a bustier blouse is well detailed, and trust me, it's also beginners friendly. That is why I have made it into two parts. So this is going to be a part 1 and I'll be uploading the part 2 much later. So you want to watch this video to the very end so that you don't miss any part of it, and make sure you on your notification bell so that when I upload the second part of this video, you won't be left out. So to get started, I'll be showing you the materials I'll be using for this tutorial, and this is a satin doll face which I'll be using as the main fabric for this blouse. Guys, I'm not going to be using a pattern paper for this course, so I'll be cutting directly on my fabric. So here is my soft wadding. I'm going to be using it as an interface for both my front and the back to give it a little weight. I have here also my local foam for the breast padding. So this is not your regular corset cup padding. This is the local foam. You can buy this also from tailoring shops. Just tell them to give you breast padding or breast foam, and it comes in different thickness and texture. I have also my lining, which I'll also be using to turn my fabric over, and of course my measurements. Now the first thing you want to do is fold your fabric into two. Now I'm folding to an extent using the client's nipple to nipple measurement. Whatever your nipple to nipple measurement is, that is what you're going to fold first into two, just like this. Now it's not the regular way of you folding your fabric to accommodate the whole body. So I just folded in a way that it will accommodate just the nipple to nipple. Now go ahead and place your tape vertically just like this, and you want to now subtract 4.5 from this upper part. You're going to subtract 4.5. Yes, we're subtracting 4.5 because this is an off shoulder blouse, so we are removing whatever you would have added for the shoulder. We just subtracted it out. The next thing I'm marking is the nipple point, the shoulder to nipple measurement, 11.5 inches. And the next thing you want to measure is the under bust measurement, which is 13.5 for this client I'm making for. And then of course the remaining part is going to be the blouse length and also your folding allowance. Now you want to switch your tape to the other side horizontally so that you can now take your measurement for the nipple. I'm using 4.5 on the nipple points. I'm using 4 inches on the under bust, and on the upper bustier part I'm also going to be using 4 inches. So whatever you use for your under bust, make sure you use the same measurement for your upper bust. The only difference is your nipple points measurement, which is 4.5 inches. Now go ahead and extend the measurements you have on your under bust, which is 4 inches. Extend it all the way to the length of this blouse. Now you want to connect from your upper bust to meet with your nipple points down to your under bust and also to the length of this blouse. So just watch how I am connecting my lines together to form the middle parts of your bustier blouse. So remember guys, this is the middle part of this blouse. A bustier comes in 3 panels, the middle parts and the 2 side parts. So this is just how you can cut the middle parts of this bustier. Make sure you take note of your under bust measurement, and then make sure you curve the parts of your nipple points position. Curve it out very well and then cut it out like this. As soon as you're done cutting out your middle panel, the next thing is to fold your fabric again into 2 like this. Fold it into 2 so that we can now cut the other 2 sides of the front. To be on the safe side, fold it in such a way that when you divide your bust measurements into 4, it is going to give you exactly what you have folded. Alternatively, after folding for the side, you want to just place your middle panel slightly on top of the folded parts. Just place it slightly on top like what you see me doing right now. Then divide the bust measurement you're using, divide it into 4. You want to still add 1 or 2 inches allowance, okay, and make sure that it is corresponding with what you have folded. Now that we have confirmed that, now let's move to the next thing. You want to now capside your middle panel like so on top of the folded fabric you just did. I will return that again and show you what I just did. Remember, it is like this, normal. Now you want to just fold it, capside it on top of the folded fabric you just folded for the side. Then go ahead and cut the down parts, making it equal, and also the upper parts, just to make sure you have an equal length. So use a pin, an office pin, to hold it down, because right now we want to cut out our darts. So follow the description of my finger right now. This is how you are going to cut your darts out. Guys, this is a very simple method I am showing you. This way you don't have to start calculating for darts deduction and any other thing. So once you capside the middle panel on top of this, the folded side, all you need to do is follow the line and the curve of the middle panel that you cut out. Just follow that line and trace out what you have. Then the one in the middle is now going to serve as your dart, meaning that we're not going to be making use of this middle part anymore. So we're going to be taking off this middle part. This is actually your dart manipulation right now. So we'll take this out, and if you measure what you have here, you'll notice that the upper part we have about 3 inches. On the nipple points we have 1.5, and from the under bust to the down we also have 3 inches. So we are going to be replacing these darts much later. We'll be replacing it by the time we are cutting the side. So in order to know the exact positions of my nipple points and my under bust, watch what I just did. I had to place the front piece on the side piece, and I marked, using the measurement from the middle panel, I marked the nipple points and the under bust. So you want to make sure you get those positions so that when you are sewing it, you're not going to make any mistakes. Next thing is to calculate for your armhole. You know this is an off shoulder, and remember we removed 4.5 from the up. So guys, you want to make sure you use your shoulder measurements. Now I calculated for my shoulder measurements and I added 2 inches allowance to it. I'll place my tape vertically like this and measure 8 inches. Be sure to subtract the 4.5 then before you can now mark your 8 inches for your armhole depth. So I'll use a free hand to just connect that together. So from there, the next thing I want to take my measurement for the under bust measurement. Divide your under bust by 4, yeah, and then make sure you replace the darts that we removed initially from there. Go ahead and do the same thing for the down part. So just connect this together. Now this is just the regular way of taking your measurements. After doing this, you cut it, and this is what you're going to have. So at every point, you want to make sure you replace that dart at the upper part, the nipple points, and also the down. So go ahead and notch those points together so that when you are sewing, you will know where to curve. So guys, when I open it up, this is what you are going to have. This is our front panel, the middle and the both side for your bustier blouse. Now the next thing is to go ahead and cut the back. I folded another fabric into 2. I want to use the front middle panel to get my length measurement first. So this is what I am doing. Just make sure you use any part of the front to get the measurements. I'm subtracting 1.5 inches for my zipper allowance at the back. So this is me making dotted lines for the zipper allowance. The next thing is to take your neckline measurements. So I'll be placing my tape starting from the allowance line. I'll be measuring 4 inches for the wideness of the neckline. Now remember that this is an off shoulder. You have already removed 4.5, so be careful not to drop the depth too much so that it's not going to be too open. But here you have to work with your discretion. So I'll just be dropping it by 1 inch. So I'll just connect it to meet with the 4 inches mark I measured. Now the next thing is to mark your chest line, which is your shoulder dropping, your nipple points measurements, and also the under bust measurements. go ahead and divide these measurements by 4 inches, starting from the zipper allowance line. So by the time you have divided, make sure you add allowances and then mark it there and cut it out just like you would do on your regular bodice. So guys, this is how the back piece looks like. So the next thing is to go ahead and cut your lining for both the front and the back piece. So this is the pongee I'll be using as my lining. So I have gone ahead to cut this off camera. All you need to do is to cut exactly what you have. You're not adding, but you are only subtracting 1 inch from the down parts of your lining. Don't make your lining and your main fabric to be equal. Your lining is supposed to be 1 inch shorter than the main fabric, yeah, so that when you turn it, it is going to lap very well from the inside. So this is me trimming off 1 inch away from every lining. Now the next thing is to cut the interfacing, and this is a soft gum stay. I'll be cutting it for the back piece and also for the front piece as well. So I've gone ahead as well to do this off camera. So make sure you cut your interfacing using your lining measurements, not the main fabric measurements. Use your lining measurements to cut your interfacing. So the next thing I'm doing right now is to go ahead and get our cup highlighted. Remember the style I am doing for this bustier. I'm going to be using the fabric, the main fabric I used for the skirt parts. I'll be using it to highlight the bust area. So this is going to look like a corset after I'm done, but ordinarily this is not a corset. It's just us using a free hand to highlight the bust area. So go ahead and watch how I am doing this. First of all, make a mark from on your under bust measurements, and then on your nipple points you want to go in from the middle by 1.5 inches or 1 inches, and then on the upper bustier parts you want to come down by 1 inch. So get these marks and then use your free hand to connect it as a dotted line. Connect it together just to form a cup, like form a circle. Just watch the way I am doing it. I just want to form that bust cup circle like this. You get? So this is how you are going to cut on this Ankara fabric. This is the Ankara fabric I used for the down part, which is the skirts of this blouse. So I'm just going to be using that same material to highlight this cup area. So I am using this middle measurement I have marked to get on my side, the both side of your front panel. So use your free hand as well to just connect it together. All you're doing, like the whole idea, is to form that round basement for your bust area. So just watch closely how I am doing it. By the time we are done, I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to talk about. So the next thing I'll do is to now cut on the Ankara fabric. So all I'm going to do is to just trace that my circle, trace that cup circle that I marked, and then you cut it out on the Ankara fabric. But when you are cutting, make sure you leave half an inch all around it. Now the half-inch allowance we left is going to help us to fold it in when we are sewing it on the machine, just to make it neat. So guys, after we are done highlighting the cup circle area, the next thing I want to do is to cut on our local foam to pad the cup. So here I am trying to trace out my cup on my local foam. So just go ahead and do this, and then make sure that you are stopping exactly where your under bust measurement is. Don't go across or beyond your under bust measurements. And you are also doing the same thing for the upper parts. Subtract 1 inch away from the upper parts, like subtracting 1 inch from your cup. Don't allow your cup to get to the height of your bustier. So guys, here is what I have after cutting my foam. So make sure that your foam is well trimmed. Let it have this circle bustier curve, so that it's not going to be too bigger than the person's actual bust. So guys, you don't want to miss the part 2 of this video, where I'll be showing you the joining process and how I made this complete blouse to come out like this. Also the finishing, the false boning channel, and of course the structured down part of this blouse. And I'll also be showing you how I did my scanty beadings at the down part of this blouse. So you want to keep your notification bell on so that you don't miss that part too. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And if at this point you haven't subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Guys, please hit on that subscribe button. And if you found this video very helpful, do not forget to like this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.